Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Planning with Rocket. Today we're going to be planning for Monday, August 17th through August 23rd. So we are already winding down for August. I can't believe we are already looking at, let's see, the 17th through the 23rd. We got about a week, 8, 9, so 9. After that we got about 9 more days in the month. Crazy. Back to school time is already back in session, which is not hard to believe, but time is moving, so hopefully you guys can keep up. I'm trying to see, I kind of sort of was cleaning my desk a little bit, and I was doing some crafts, so I was looking for my tweezers. Okay, so for today, what we're gonna do, we're gonna stick with the Rongrong's Rainbow Collection. We're gonna do Happy Planners Abstract Florals, and we're gonna do Rongrong Time New Date. I'm going to take purple for my days of the week and in numbers here. So let's just go ahead and get started. And I think I'm gonna use this one here. I like this font. So yeah, this week has gone by super fast. I can't believe it. I'm getting through all my studying. I hit my goal, and that's nice. I think I'll be ready on next week on Monday or sooner, depending on how the weekend goes, to start taking my quizzes and testing myself. It's a lot of reading, lots and lots of reading. But I love reading, so it's easy for me. Okay, so we are planning for like the 17%, yeah. Okay. Just want to check the camera and see if you guys can see everything that I'm doing. Oh, it's purple here. I did get out today. It's a pretty day. This whole week has been like really good weather, because it was hitting in the hundreds. Last week and this week we were getting into like the 90s, so that makes the morning time a little bit more comfortable. So I was able to get out and go for some walks, which is nice, and get some fresh air, get my steps in. My goal right now is 7,000 steps. I did have like a 5,000, I think 5,000, then 7,000, then I had like 7,010, and then I reduced it back down to 7. Okay, so now we're gonna pull out the Rongrong's Rainbow Collection, because we're gonna do some purple here. Okay, there's some good purple sections. I'm gonna do this bold purple on the edge. And tell me how you guys normally use this section here. I like this interlocked, because I kind of like it as like a bullet journal method, when you kind of like list all the to-dos, and then you can oh, that's crooked, and then you can like check off like what you're doing off the list, or then you write down all your tasks, and then you can either schedule them out when you want to complete them, or when you need to complete them. Or, oh no, let's still doing this crooked. Or you can kind of document when you actually completed it. Especially if you like in the project world, you want to document when something was actually completed. I don't need that there. I should have whited out that little section. But I know some people use this section for like habit tracking, quotes. I'm pretty flexible with it. I use it for different things and different tasks. And remember, like if you're using Rongrong, remember Rongrong's boxes like this with the Happy Planner vertical layout that is a little bit off as far as the dimension, but it's not that big of a deal. And this is not to me. So right now what I do is I just kind of like lay a foundation down of what I want, what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that as is. And since I do use this as a checkoff, I'm going to just kind of put that in here. Put it in the box. I may not do this again. I'll test it out because it might limit me from like what I actually need to write down in here. We'll give that a go. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Next, I'm pulling out the abstract florals. So yeah, I am right now. I am at, what did I say, 7,000 steps. Yeah, 7,000 steps. Well, as long as I make a point to take walks the earlier part of the day, like I'm pretty good. I'm good to go. And as long as I take that walk, I'll meet the goal that day, you know, especially with doing stuff around the house. If I gotta go, especially if I have to like physically go somewhere else, yeah, I'm definitely meeting that goal. Going to the grocery store, you know, all those little things. Let's see if we have some cool verticals here. This would be cool for the calendar though. yeah, so it took me a while to honestly get used to hitting the 7,000 steps. Took me a while to get used to the 5,000. Like, I didn't realize how you can see like these crazy amounts of progress with just walking. And I will tell you that I consider myself a runner, and considering myself a runner, I was like, oh, like I knew the power in walking. I used to be a part of a running group, but they also had like a walkers as a part of the running group, which I thought was pretty cool. So I knew that it was beneficial. But honestly, guys, when I really commit to my walking goal, I see the progress. Like, I hit my weight loss goals when I do it. And you know, when I was younger, people were like, oh, you're not gonna see results. Yeah, you do. I had less time than I did before I had children. And if I would have just, I mean, back then I could do those boot camp style workouts. I was doing Pilates, ballet, like all the things. But I wasn't really focusing on drilling down into the nutrition part. Like, I would eat right, but I would always call it like, oh, I'm dieting. And when you kind of restrict yourself, or at least for me, I'll speak for myself, when I was restricting myself, that's when the cravings would come in. You know, or it's like, hey, I would be kind of diligent with, okay, I'm going to, you know, work out Monday through Friday, or just not every day Monday through Friday, but I'm going to work out during these days and make this a priority. And then the weekend, you know, I would go out, go to dinner, have a cocktail here or there, and then just with those activities, I probably was limiting the success I could have had if I would have reduced those activities. So now that my life is a little bit different now, well, maybe a lot different now, even though it's busier in a sense, I have a lot more, make sure you guys can see this, I have a lot more structured chaos per se, and I'm able to get things done and commit a little bit differently, because on my fitness and health journey, and I will just say it throughout the years, I know what works. You know, as you get older and you're a lady, your body changes, your metabolism changes, but it is very, very important to see that you can see changes and not have to go to these crazy extremes. I will just say that, because there was a point in time I was like, okay, I'm doing this, you know, I gotta work out I gotta do 40 minutes of cardio, and I gotta do 40 minutes plus 20 minutes of weights. And if you have time to do that, great. Because if you got time to do that, I'm going to tell you right here now, you're going to see results. Especially if you combine nutrition into it. And I say nutrition because you want balanced meals. Balanced meals that will get you the results that you need. But I don't really have that kind of time. So everything that I'm doing now, including those, that walking, is that extra step of, you know, being active, moving your body, and just getting the movement in. But that extra calorie burn right there has really helped me. And when I don't walk and I, you know, kind of reduce my focus, I will say, the result is also there, meaning I'm not seeing the results that I wanted. So, you know, just be mindful of that. But yeah, so 7,000, that's not that. I'm sure I'll increase it at some point. I'm noticing in this sticker book too. Can you guys see this? Oh yeah, noticing this sticker book, there's not a lot of weight. But it's very pretty and very colorful. And I don't know why it's falling apart, because it's just, I think this is the one where they delivered it and it's so hot here. And I just forgot it was delivered and it was in a mailbox. And it's hot here. And the adhesive just like completely died on us. Obviously, because I'm going through this. But that's alright, that's my fault. Normally I gotta pay attention. Oh, here's some quotes. So with the steps, let me see if I completed them already. I'm at 6,500. I did go for a run. I also set a goal where I wanted to start running again, but I'm not training for anything. I'm just running to run, because I'm that kind of person that just likes running. And I wanted to put something else here. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I started running again. I just started with basic 1 mile. And I just started timing it. Like this purple flower here. I started timing it, so I had a time to go. And so I think I beat like 2 goals that I had, but today I tried to beat one other goal and I didn't make it. I was like 13 seconds off. I told myself I should have like just keep going. I was like, run faster, run faster. I think if I at that time before I got tired, if I would have just ran a little bit faster, I probably would have met the goal. So that kind of sucks. But it's all good. I think I was suffering from allergies last week, so I just went out and ran just to run at that point, which is still crazy because I couldn't really breathe all that well. But I still wanted to get out there. Running becomes addictive if you get into it. But anywho, I did get out. I did my 1 mile, and then I did an additional mile. So I hadn't trained that way per se to the time. Trying to beat the time is tricky too, because you kind of want the same conditions as well. Like normally what I would do is run to a certain spot, like maybe like at that point I'm thinking like I probably was already at like 0.75, and then I would run back, which was pretty flat. This time I decided there's a downhill, so I decided to keep going till I hit a mile. But then with a downhill, you have obviously an uphill point. And that could have equated to the 13 seconds, right? Because as they're going downhill, you want to use your momentum to help you come back up the hill. And it's not like a crazy hill, but you do get tired if you don't train for that, so to speak. So that was something new. So that could have made the 13-second difference, but I'm just gonna keep doing that same little path when I'm trying to do time, and see if that helps. And so I did about 2 miles even, and then I walked a little bit longer to stretch out my legs a little bit, because I felt a little tension in my upper thigh. So now that I'm not just doing 1 mile, I'm gonna have to do like a pre-stretch, post-stretch. I didn't do good on hydration this week. I was drinking water, but normally I do like maybe 50 to 80 ounces a day, which helps you. I didn't even check the pollen too to see if there was anything in the air. But yeah, typically I try to prep for it. Since I'm working out more and walking and it's been so hot, I just been down in water. But this week I haven't kept up with it as much as I like. I think it's taken me 2 days to drink just one 40-ounce thing, so it's 20 ounces a day. But anywho, this is what we created. So we have our weekly spread of my classic vertical for Monday the 17th through Sunday the 23rd. I love the purple accents, some orange accents, and green. I love these bright colors. As I mentioned before, I wanted stuff for the summer, so it's looking good. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.